My career for delivering pizzas with Papa John's came to a dramatic end when I was held up. I'd been delivering pizzas for a few months and I was terrible. These were the days before GPS was on your cell phone and I didn't have a Garmin or any way to navigate my way, and I am terrible at directions. I would spend half of my time trying to find the street that I was looking for that I was actually on. Oh, man. It was terrible. I would pull up at people's houses and the pizza I could feel was almost cold by the time I got it to them because it just took me forever. I'd get calls from my boss after being gone for too long and he'd say, "Hey, I'm just checking on you. Are you okay?" We had a big map of our region that we covered at the store, and I would always envy those guys who would come in, pick up their pizza. They wouldn't even look at the map. I'm sitting there staring at the map like I've got an exam on it the next day, and I can't make sense of it. I could have it locked down, which road I needed to turn on, what street I had to look for so that I wouldn't miss my turn, and I would always miss it. We had a call come in for an apartment building that had already experienced 3 robberies in the past week, 2 of them from one driver at our store. It was my turn to take the next order, and he looked at me and said, "Do you want to take this? You don't have to." I went ahead and dropped all of my money and said, "Yeah, I'll go ahead and take it. I've got 2 other orders that are nearby. It'll be nice if nothing happens." So I delivered the first 2 orders, hoping that they're going to give me a check or something, but no, they give me cash. I pull into the parking lot of the apartment building and there are 2 guys standing out there who are eyeing me like I am the target. I grab the pizzas out of the back and I start walking, beelining it straight to the apartment building. I'm not even going to the right one. I'm just trying to get somewhere near other people so that they aren't bold enough to try and do something. Well, it's nighttime and it is a poorly lit apartment building, and I walk into this corridor and it is the wrong one. But I've got them behind me, so I'm not going to turn around and go right back towards them because I know they'll just be waiting for me. So my aversion tactic is to go down the stairs around the back of the building where there are absolutely no lights whatsoever and hope that I can walk quicker than these 2 guys who aren't carrying pizzas. I get to the edge and there's a hill and I'm sprinting up the hill with the pizzas, hoping that I can get to the door, and as soon as I reach the guy's door and knock on the door, they pop around the corner and are staring at me, ready to confront me, but they see that I've already knocked on the door. Thankfully, the guy opened the door quickly, so they went ahead and bolted around the side of the building where they couldn't see the interaction happen. I was wearing cargo shorts at the time, so when the guy paid me in cash, I took all of the cash that he gave me and put it in the side cargo pocket, except for $1, which I put in my main pocket. As I start leaving, they immediately swarm me and start talking to me, trying to figure out, "Hey man, what does it take to get a job at Papa John's? How old do you have to be to work there? I'm only 17. Can I get a job?" I keep moving because I know as soon as I stop, there's going to be that confrontation and they're going to rob me right there. I make it to the front of my car and they say, "Turn around." I turn around begrudgingly, knowing exactly what I'm going to be facing. And sure enough, the guy's got a pistol and he says, "Give me your money." I said, "Dude, I don't have any money. The guy paid me in a check. I'm not carrying any cash. He gave me $1 tip. You can have that." So I held out the $1 and sure enough, he took it and he ran off, excited that he got his $1 from the pizza guy. As soon as I got in the car, I took off and went to another parking lot and I called my boss and said, "Hey man, I was just robbed." He asked if I was okay. I said I was. They asked how much they got and I told them $1 and they said, "What?" I said, "I'm coming back to the store. I'll tell you the whole story whenever I get there." Well, as I'm sharing what happened, they are cracking up at the fact that this guy only got $1, that he risked so much just to steal $1 from the pizza guy. They're like, "Well, maybe he won't do it again." Well, that was my last delivery that night and I went home, and as I'm driving home, I'm sitting there thinking, why in the world did they send me there? I mean, yes, I said I'd go, but why would they not have said, "Don't risk it. It's not worth it. We've already had our guys. We know this is not an area that you're supposed to be in. Don't go." And then I started thinking, why in the world did I hide the money? It was like $17. My life is worth way more than $17. Needless to say, I did not want to do that anymore. So I called my boss and said, "I'm sorry, I'm not coming in again. I'm done." But afterwards, I spent that night just really pondering. I mean, I was shaking from the adrenaline, obviously, but I was thinking, why would I do that? Who in their right mind knowingly goes into a place where they are warned there are people who will try and rob you? You're wearing a target. They look for pizza guys. They've had several successful robberies this week. Don't go. And then why in the world would you hide the money? It was $17. Like, that's not worth risking anything over. But I realized the reason that I did that was because I didn't want somebody to take advantage of me. I was not going to be a victim. Even if they had a gun, I was going to be in control of the situation. I knew that they were going to rob me. I knew how much I was willing to give them. So in their minds, they're telling the story story about how they robbed some guy of $1, but really what it boiled down to was I chose to give somebody with a gun $1. Now, I tell that story not to give you a blueprint on what to do if you were ever held up at gunpoint. I don't recommend the course of action that I took, but I do want to challenge you. If there are things in your life that you're facing that seem like they are out of control and you have no options whatsoever, recognize that you have something that you can do in the situation to not be the victim. There's so many people who go around in life and they just let things happen to them. No matter what's going on, they're going to blame somebody else for their problems. They're going to blame their mother, their father, their brother, their sister, their boss, their girlfriend, their boyfriend, their wife, their husband, whoever it is. They'll blame everybody else, but not look at what they could do differently to change the situation. If there's anything that's been weighing on you and you have felt trapped, do yourself a favor and start thinking about what you could do differently. It may not be the best solution, but it may be something different that can put you in a position so that you do have more options. You will never get ahead playing the victim card. All you'll get are condolences and people's well wishes, but those don't put food on the table. Those don't help you achieve your dreams and your goals. Don't allow yourself to get stuck in that mindset of a victim. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you appreciated the story of my dicey encounter delivering pizzas. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider subscribing. If you like the content, give me a thumbs up, share it on social media, put something down in the comments section, and I will see you again next time when we can share a cigar and change the world.